Yo, what is up and what is going on, everybody? It's Russ here, or Poetic, and in today's video, as you could tell by the title, I'm going to be teaching you guys 4 new useful and satisfying high ground retakes. These retakes you can use in creative, zone wars, public matches, or whatever it is you do. Also guys, before this video gets started, it would really mean a lot to me if you guys can drop a like on the video and subscribe with notifications, that way you never miss an upload. And with that being said guys, let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and start off with the first retake out of the 4 I'm going to be showing you today. So the first retake is going to be the longest one out of all of them. With that being said, that means if you guys decide to use this in a public match or an arena or whatever it is you play, just be cautious you don't get shot out by your opponent because it is kind of long. This one might just be kind of for looks or against your friends or something like that. So just keep that in mind guys. But other than that, let's go ahead and start off what it should look like. So for the first retake, what you're going to want to do is you're going to be double ramping. You're going to want to place a cone in the front and in the back of you. And you're going to want to make your way towards the top of this first ramp and start turning the other way. And you're going to want to make a side jump, kind of like a circle, just like that. So what you're doing is you're sort of jumping to the side and then making like a loop movement like that, turbo building your walls, and then as soon as you sort of get like right here, you're placing the ramps to catch yourself. And what you're going to be doing is, I like to place a cone right here. You don't have to, but I just like to. And you're going to be doing the same thing for the other side. It's just a different way. So the exact same thing, just like that. So turbo building all the walls by making that kind of movement just like that, and then catching yourself with the ramps, placing another cone, and then you're going to want to be going out this way. So what you do next is place a flat and then a ramp cone for protection. Edit this and place a wall right away, that way it prevents the cone from breaking. And now we're going to be going out this way just like this, so by placing a ramp, a flat, and then a ramp to catch yourself. Next, what we're going to want to do is edit this, place a wall right away, edit this, jump to the side just like this, and as soon as you do this, you're going to be placing walls upwards to protect yourself, and then a ramp as well. Edit out this way, place a ramp and then a cone. I like to place walls up here for extra protection, and we're going to be making a side jump with a cone on top, so it's going to be like this, just like that. So once you do that, you're going to be editing this right away and then placing a wall once again right away as soon as you edit it, that way it keeps it from breaking. Okay, so once you're here, we're going to edit this just like this, make another side jump like this, and then throwing up walls right away to keep yourself from getting shot, and then a ramp to cover yourself even more. Okay, so we're nearing the end of this retake. You're going to want to edit this, place a ramp right away, throw up walls again, a ramp, a cone, place a flat and come out this way, ramp, high walls, side jump with a cone on top, high walls again, one last side jump, turn, and then basically sort of do whatever it is you think you need to do in that position. I normally turn and spam cones just like this. If you guys feel like you need to turn, throw up more ramps, more cones, just basically whatever you feel like you need to do in that situation based on where your opponent is. But that one right there guys is going to be the first retake. Again, it was kind of long, so just be cautious on how you determine to use this. If you feel like maybe you want to shorten it, you can take bits and pieces of it and make it into something of your own. But yeah guys, so that's going to be the first one for today's video. Let's go ahead and show a fast-paced example of it against an opponent. Alrighty everybody, so let's go ahead and jump into the second retake for today's video. So the second retake is quite a bit shorter than the first one, which means you don't really have to worry about being shot out as easily, because it's shorter and more efficient in public matches, solo arena, zone wars or something like that. So to start this one out, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be double ramping, and then you're going to want to throw up a Thwifo cone. So turn, place 2 walls, and then a ramp. Continue this way, and immediately as soon as we get to about this position, we're going to be throwing up walls and then a ramp to cover our backs. And as we're still making our way upwards, we're going to be turning to our right and then editing out this way, placing 2 flats and then a ramp and then a cone right away to cover ourselves. Okay, so this part right here might be a little bit tricky if you've never done this. What you're going to be doing is a side jump, but instead of landing above your ramp, you're going to be landing below your ramp. So it's going to look like this. So just like that. So instead of normally landing above your ramp, you are landing below it. Okay, so as soon as we do that, immediately we're going to be editing out of the wall right here, placing a ramp and then throwing up walls and then a cone, making our way upwards, placing 2 cones, and then we're going to be making a side jump just like this. So we're placing a wall, a flat, and then a ramp to catch ourselves. And then this retake, we're going to edit this, place 2 walls, we're going to be making 2 side jumps, 1, 2, and then turning. And then whenever I turn for this retake, I like to throw up 2 walls, a ramp, edit out this way. And if your opponent's ramping up, you might be able to box them just like this, get an easy shot off. Also, what I like to do is as soon as I throw up those walls, I'll come out here, I'll place a ramp, and sometimes your opponent will be right here, so you'll get an easy shot out. So just like in the previous retake, it's depending on whatever you feel you need to do in that situation, to get the shot off against your opponent. You might not even get shots off. You might just have the high ground, which is always something you want. But that one right there, guys, is going to be the second one for the video today. And now we're going to be rolling a clip of it fast pace. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and start off with the third retake for today's video. To me, I think the third retake is really cool. If you're able to do this retake and pull it off against an opponent, it's definitely, really satisfying. So for this retake, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be double ramping, and then you're going to be throwing up walls and then a ramp, editing out like this, making a side jump just like this, immediately throwing up walls and then the cone for protection. So next, what we're going to be doing is editing out this right here, placing a flat, and immediately what we're going to be doing is turning to our right just like this, placing 3 ramps, so 1, 2, 3, spamming cones right there to get your opponent, right there. We could cone him or something to just disrupt his movement. Okay, so once we do that, then we're going to be placing high walls just like this. So wall, looking upwards, wall, wall, a ramp right here just to catch ourselves. Editing out right here, placing a ramp, 2 walls, and then this position right here, this might be kind of like the hardest part of the retake, because the side jump we're doing is going to look like this, like that. So what you're doing is you're placing sort of the walls first, and then you're kind of just like landing. Like for me, I know when I first started doing this, it just kind of took a bit, but as you practice it, you get better at it. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is as soon as we do that, we're going to be throwing up walls and then a ramp, and then editing out of the corner right here. So like I said, doing that side jump and then immediately throwing up the walls and then the ramp could be the hardest part of this retake and might require some time to practice. Okay, so So we just edited it out right here. Okay, so we're going to be placing a flat, ramp, just like the other retakes. The one we just did before, we're going to be doing another side jump landing underneath, editing out this way, ramp, turning. But what we're doing is we're placing high walls just like this, a ramp to go upwards, edit out this way, and then right here, or we should have the high ground, or you might even catch your opponent. If you guys don't know, high walls are something that have become super crucial to do in today's Fortnite. You know, a lot of the big players are doing it. It's such a good technique to be able to piece control your opponents. So definitely towards the end, when you're doing is throwing up high walls is such a good move to be able to learn. It's really easy. You know, you can come out of the side, you can catch your opponent like this. There's just so many different things you guys can do to when you learn high walls. Like I said, it's something really easy to do. But if you don't know anything about high walls, I would definitely you know, start to learn them and start experiencing some new things. But so let's go ahead and roll a clip of this and what it would look like full speed against an opponent. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the fourth and final retake for today's video. So this retake has some similar moves to the third retake that I just showed you guys. Also, it has some super protected moves, and it's really satisfying if you're able to pull it off against your opponent. So to do this one, what we're going to want to do is place a ramp, a cone, and then high walls. And what we're going to be doing is adding onto those high walls. So what it's going to look like is we're going to jump outwards and look upwards. So say we just jump outwards and we place high walls just like this. Place a flat to catch ourselves. Sometimes you could place a flat right here and then a ramp. If you just want to place a ramp, that's fine. But what it would look like is like this. Just like that. So that's what it would look like full speed. Adding the super protected high walls right there is something that really protects you from taking damage from your opponent. And doing that move really just takes, if you've never done it before, it will take probably a little bit of time to get used to, but as soon as you get it down, it's something that's super good to use against your opponent as you're trying to build upwards. Okay, so let's move on to the next part of this retake. So what we're going to be doing is placing a flat, a ramp, and a cone and coming out this way. And what we're going to be doing is that same side jump from the third retake. So it's going to be messed up right there. So we have our high walls. And I messed up again. So even sometimes I mess up in doing this. Okay, so let's see if we can get it now. So that's exactly what it would look like right there. Okay. So just like the last retake, what we're going to be doing is throwing up the walls just like this. And I like to place a cone. Instead of coming out this way, what we're going to be doing is looking back downwards and then going back out this way, placing high walls, doing two side jumps, so one with a cone, high walls, another just regular side jump, turning, throwing up a ramp, and then this part right here is an important part of the retake. What we're going to be doing is spamming cones, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This part right here can really throw your opponent off in which direction you're going, or can also even mess up what he's doing, which can allow you the high ground. Okay, so what we're going to want to do next is place a wall, jump, wall, ramp to catch ourselves, place high walls, and then right here, if you want to just do one side jump and turn, if you want to do two side jumps, that's fine. But basically you're turning, and then you could do, like I've said in the other ones, whatever you feel as if you need to do based on where your opponent is. But that one right there is basically the retake. And the hard parts of this one are just the super high walls, and then the side jump where you land on top and then immediately throw up walls and go out that direction. But you know, with practice, all that stuff just becomes easier and easier to do. And then I'm gonna go ahead and roll a clip of it fast pace.
What side grade shotgun? No, I want to change my fucking shotgun. Side grade, yeah.
Okay guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Again, if you guys did enjoy it, or if you guys learned something from the video, please drop a like, and make sure you guys subscribe with post notifications on. That way you guys don't miss any of my future videos. Again guys, I hope you learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out.